What is up? I'm here for episode 4 of season 2 of The Mandalorian. Alrighty, let's do it. First off, I want to thank every single one of you motherfuckers for checking out my episode 3 reaction. That video low-key popped off. Not compared to other reaction channels, but compared to my channel and how I've been doing for the last 5 to 6 months since I started on YouTube, my reaction is popping off. I appreciate every single one of you that liked the video. I appreciate every single one of you that, drop some comments. It's lit. It feels really good to see one of my videos finally starting to get a little bit of traction and, I'm slowly slipping in to the YouTube algorithm, baby. It's lit. It's lit. But while I appreciate every single one of you, there is an elephant in the room that needs to be addressed. And plot twist, it's not actually an elephant that needs to be addressed. It's a bar graph. More than half of you, roughly 70-ish% of you, that watched my Mandalorian reaction and as a whole been checking out my videos are not subscribed to me. Now, like I said, I heavily appreciate every single one of you for watching it. I appreciate you hanging out with me and Yoda and Din and the Bibi. It's a good time when we're all hanging out. But if that subscriber versus non-subscriber ratio doesn't change by next week, remember, there are always consequences for your actions. There are also consequences for your inactions. And if you choose to not subscribe to my channel before the 5th episode of Mandalorian releases next Friday, I don't want to have to do it. But you guys are leaving me no choice at this point. Next week, you all decide if the child lives or dies. The Mandalorian can't save him from the wrath of Prem and his never-ending lust for subscribers. Okay. No. Hold on, guys. Oh, wait. Hold on a fucking minute. Wait. That's not what I meant. Not even Din, not even the Mandalorian could save the child from the wrath of Prem's never-ending. I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna kill him just because I'm fucking done. You all know what to do. Okay? Hit that subscribe button. Let's talk about the actual show, eh? Last episode, basically Mando met Bo-Katan. I keep saying Bo-Katan, like Bo-Katana. No, it's apparently it's Bo-Katan. This whole time, I've been calling her Katan when it's Katan, and he initially rejected Katan because he is super, really super into the idea that all Mandalorians like have to keep their helmet on around everybody, which is wild. Like, I was about to be so pissed if he literally he was just like, that's it. Yeah. Then they hijacked an Imperial cruiser of some sort. It was like a cargo cruiser ship. They were carrying arms and weapons. They were gonna send out some weapons. I didn't realize it before, but the Imperial officer, the one that had like the bit like the false tooth or whatever that was in his mouth, and it like basically tased him to death. I didn't realize that before, but he's from Lost. He's the Man in Black. It's crazy. It's been a long time since I've watched that show, so like I completely forgot. But like I remember watching the episode and I was like, I recognize that guy. Like, I've seen him before, but I have no idea where. Like, I feel like it's been a really long time since I've seen him. And sure enough, it had been a long time since I'd seen him. What a coincidence. I feel maybe I feel like J.J. Abrams might have. Well, I mean, he's a decent actor, so I'm sure, you know. But think about it. J.J. Abrams, you know, he was a part of Lost. JJ was a big part of Lost. I'm pretty sure he created Lost. Okay, anyway, so Bo-Katan teaming up with Mando, taking out some Imperials. It was lit. Apparently there was a lot of controversy with the Bo-Katan and the other chick, the chick that was played by Sasha Banks. Apparently they had boob armor. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't notice. It didn't seem too egregious in terms of boob armor. Because when I think of boob armor, I think of like an anime chick wearing a chest plate, but then has like a lot of cleavage still somehow. Thereby defeating the purpose of having a chest plate in the first place. Because it's supposed to protect your chest. But half of your chest is sticking out in the open. But it's anime, so who fucking cares? But no, I mean, let me know in the comments, guys and gals. What do you guys think about like Bo-Katan's armor? Did you think that the boob armor was? I mean, there's people way out there that are saying that it's sexist, that it's straight up sexist to have armor. I don't know. I'm not a chick. I don't have boobs. But if I had boobs, I feel like if I was going to wear armor, I would want to have at least some space for my chest to breathe. And I guess it really depends on how big your boobs are. We heard that Ahsoka is chilling on some place called Corvus. Mando's heading there. But I'm hearing that Ahsoka's probably not going to be until the next episode. Because Dave Filoni's directing it. And because just going to meet up with Kara and Grief. Do something. Probably just another side quest. And I'm fine with that. I actually like the whole... I actually like the whole side quest setup that Mando, like the Mandalorian TV show, like is kind of playing it out as. It's really cool. I mean, maybe that's just because I'm really big on like single player, like RPG type games. But yeah, I guess we'll have to see what Mando's gonna do, what kind of side quest he's gonna do in this episode. Can't wait.
But be careful. They're oppositely charged, so keep them away from each other. Make sure you hold them apart from... No, hold them apart. Are you okay?
That's hilarious. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I want to see them trying to communicate with each other and like...
The Corvus in this shape.
See, why doesn't he let the baby see his face? Like, what's wrong with the baby seeing his face? He's just a baby.
Visit some friends for repairs.
I mean, if he never takes the mask off when he's with the baby, then like that drastically reduces the amount of free time he has to take his helmet off if you think about it. Like all those times he was in his ship all by himself. My boy got the drip. My boy got the drip. He looking good, dude. You son of a bitch.
Fellas, let's fix this man's ship. I want it as good as new.
Oh, it's that alien from Squadrons. I didn't pay too much attention to the Squadrons dialogue. So I can't confirm nor deny if that's the same person from Squadrons. Very doubtful. Very doubtful, but it's the same alien. The Republic definitely doesn't get... Oh, they got IG as literal... They have IG as a statue in the middle of the town. That's awesome. It's a classroom now.
A school?
Things have changed a lot around here.
We're gonna leave the little one here so we can talk.
Wait, wherever I
Yes! He's like, got those macaroons. Aw, selfish brat. Is he gonna use the Force? He's gonna use the Force. Don't do it. Careful. No. How adorable. Oh, it's that guy.
Let me assure you, I do not want to spend any more time in carbonite. Still can't see out of my left eye.
Can we talk business?
I'm only here for repairs.
That's fucked.
Which will
This is Navarre.
Side quest.
We're here.
Side quest time while the ship's getting fixed. Ah, that's a OG looking speeder. Sounds, yeah, it's just colored differently. It's more bluish. It's so cool seeing this scene.
see it?
Because they're literally filming it the exact same way they would film people driving in a car back like in the films in the 50s and 60s. They're doing it well, not the exact same way. They are doing it the exact same way. They're just using different technology to do it. Like instead of using green screen, they're using LED screens. It's incredible. They do use some green screens every now and again, I think. But they use the volume like as much as possible. Ah, I've seen parts of this in the trailer. Okay.
Dink
Ah. Poor guy. Didn't stand a chance. I wouldn't either. They're using a lot of old school sound effects in this episode. I'm really digging it. Lots of, I'm getting a lot of episode 4 sound effects.
Destroy it!
They're trying to hide something, huh? They're trying to hide something, What are they trying to hide, What are you hiding? So they were trying to. So okay. So they're definitely were trying to use Yoda to figure out how to like clone Palpatine. Because I think that is a Snoke clone attempt. That's what it looks like to me.
Replicated the results of the subsequent trials, which also resulted in catastrophic failure. There were promising effects for an entire fortnight, but then, sadly, the body rejected the blood. Have exhausted our initial supply of blood. The child is small, and I was only able to harvest a limited amount without killing him. If these experiments are to continue as requested, we would again require access to the donor. I will not disappoint you again, Moff Gideon.
So they are trying to use the baby to figure out how to clone Palpatine. So then my theory is gonna be the Mandalorian becomes the reason why Palpatine is like only this decrepit looking guy as opposed to already being souped up Palp in Rise of Skywalker. That's my theory.
What does she think she's doing?
Run, bitch! Run! Oh! Didn't know you could move. Didn't know you could move that thing like that. Oof. Oh shit, that's a thermal imploder. It's so weird seeing that, like, that's like, is that like what, like are there only certain TIE fighters that can fold like that? Do they all fold like that, but they just never did before? Or is that just like a new thing that the Empire Remnant is doing? And I know they might not be technically called the Empire Remnant, but that's just what I call them, just to differentiate between original trilogy Empire and post-original trilogy Empire. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is like the same amount of action, if not more, that we were getting in the finale of last season. This is awesome. Like, this looks so good. Whoa! Hey! When did they get it fixed? It doesn't matter. When did he grab the baby? Doesn't matter. It's so funny. What a shot. What a fucking shot!
These aren't isolated incidents. They need to be stopped before it's too late. But we can't do it without local support.
Only this show could make me like somehow appreciate things that happen in the sequels. like Palpatine being cloned and Snoke being cloned. Like, I actually like that now because they used experiments on the child to figure that out.
The device has been planted as you requested.
Yeah, it's not the same one from Squadrons. Tracking device inside the Razor Crest? No. Moff Gideon's gonna roll up. Oh, next episode's gonna be so good, dude. Oh, next episode's gonna be amazing.
Yes, our source confirmed it.
Moff Gideon's theme is so good.
We'll be ready.
His theme's so good. What is that? What are those? Those like Juggernaut suits? Are those Beskar armor suits? What are those? Directed by Carl Weathers? That's awesome. Okay. That was a pretty lit episode. That's pretty freaking cool. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Here I was, worried that this was just gonna be like just some silly side quest filler episode. It was, but it wasn't. Actually, I don't think it was a filler episode at all. So we got Grief, Carl Weathers with the drip. Oh man, you look good, you son of a bitch. The base was that Imperial base was really cool. It really reminded me of Zepho. That Zepho planet in Fallen Order, the Imperial base that exists there, also reminds me a lot of the base that was being built on Ilum. Like when you go back to Ilum in Fallen Order and you see that like Starkiller base is starting to get built. It kind of reminded me of that too. Just this kind of long horizontal base that's just kind of it's kind of just welded itself into like the side of a cliff. It was pretty cool. The chase sequence was pretty freaking awesome. Like having the TIE fighters flying around and like the speeders, you know, it's really cool to see like a Star Wars TV show that is living up, if not exceeding, the quality of a Star Wars film. Like I think that's a big reason why people are like getting really into the Mandalorian, because it's like they're rarely cutting corners in terms of their visual effects. I mean, it's ILM. Like ILM is like, apart from maybe Weta, like they're like one of the gods. They're among the gods of like computer graphics today in terms of like films. And I mentioned Weta because, you know, back in the early, I mean, they do a lot of stuff today. Like they still do a lot of really good stuff today. But like they did stuff for Lord of the Rings, and like, I mean, there's some CGI in like the Fellowship that doesn't hold up anymore. But like, it's not just for Lord of the Rings. It wasn't just the straight up CGI that was like that made those films like insane. It was like the way that they utilized practical effects, and that's a big reason why Star Wars, like I have so much appreciation for the original trilogy in Star Wars, is just the way that they utilized practical effects to make it seem like you're somehow using a computer to make that look the way it does, but you're not. You're using spaceship models, and you're just moving the camera in different directions around and past the ship, but then from the camera's point of view, it looks like, and then you add the stars in the background and everything, and it looks like it's the ship that's moving. You know, it's things like that. But nowadays, they don't have to use the models on actual film. I mean, they use them as references, obviously, but like they can now, CGI is at a point, computer graphics are at a point where they can make it look better than looking at an actual model moving around. Now, with the experiments, that the theory that Baby Yoda is relevant to the experiments that resulted in Palpatine being cloned and Snoke being cloned, they pretty much just confirmed that. They pretty much just confirmed it. They were using his blood, and his blood has a large midichlorian count in it, and they're mixing his blood with other, I don't know what they're like. Are they just mixing? Are they trying to artificial? I wonder if are they trying to do something like in Force Unleashed 2, where they created a bunch of like force sensitive clones. I think that's what they're trying to do. that makes me think. What if they basically reboot Starkiller from Force Unleashed? Yeah. That'd be a really interesting, because like imagine Ahsoka versus a rebooted, nerfed Starkiller. I mean, if they made Starkiller live action, they would have to nerf the absolute shit out of him. Because keeping Starkiller at the power level that he was in the games and carrying that power level over into the live action would be ridiculous. It'd be like watching Anakin in the prequels if he like was on steroids. You know, like it'd be insane. But that's a possible theory, because if they're delving into the idea that the Empire is trying to clone Force users, and I mean they did it successfully at one point because they got Snoke. But I feel like the Mandalorian protecting the baby is a huge reason why Snoke looks like a living corpse, and why Palpatine was basically a living corpse until he drained the dyad from Rey and Kylo. So that's a really cool thing that they kind of dipped into that episode there. And Moff Gideon and the whole thing with the track. So now the Razor Crest is getting tracked. So next episode, he's gonna show up on Corvus. He's gonna meet Ahsoka. Can't wait till next week. Woo! Oh, it's gonna be lit. And then Moff Gideon's gonna ruin everything about halfway through the episode, because he's just gonna roll up. So that makes me think what could potentially happen in episodes 6, 7, and 8. Unless something happens and the Mandalorian gets put on another side quest tangent again in the next episode. I don't think so. I hope not. But we'll see. That conversation that New Republic pilot had with Cara Dune was amazing. Like, it really gave me, it kind of, I mean, I don't think it gave me a different perspective, but it kind of expanded, like, the perspective that the New Republic has on rebuilding and, you know, trying to rebuild the galaxy after they've been used to basically the Empire control, like being under, like controlling, taking care of everything. So they're struggling with all the core planets, and now they're trying to expand and you know, try and, you know, have some sense of security amid the Outer Rim. It partially played into the Empire's downfall, because I mean there was Imperial presence on Tatooine, but because of like the Hutts, I doubt they had too much control over Tatooine. So that's partially why they were never able to find like Obi-Wan or Luke. Like none of the Inquisitors or nothing were able to find, and were really able to find them. But pretty much all the Inquisitors were gone, non-existent by episode 4 anyway, I think. But at the same time, not being able to control the Outer Rim played a part in the New Republic's downfall in Force Awakens. Because is Ilum in the unknown regions? I don't think no, that doesn't make any sense. Why would Ilum be? Why would a known planet be in the unknown regions? I think it's just way out there. But I mean, like a planet like Ilum is way out there, and they built Starkiller Base on Ilum, and they didn't notice until like it was fully operational and it blew up 5 planets. So the fact that guy's like, we need to like have some sort of presence in the Outer Rim, because, you know, the Empire's not going away anytime soon. And what's the most likely place they're gonna be chilling and hiding out? In the outer regions, in the Outer Rim, the unknown regions, like everywhere outside of the core planets, because they've lost the core planets to the New Republic. Because Palpatine's dead, the Senate's been being the New Republic Senate's being reinstated and stuff like that, and they don't have a Death Star anymore. it was really interesting seeing Navarro not being like a bounty hunter slash Imperial hub anymore. It's like a market. It's really cool. Like the little classroom is cute. Baby Yoda stealing the treats was cute. At first I was like, wait, how did the baby get inside Razor Crest when he caught up to them and he took out the TIE fighters? I was like, wait, how did the baby get in there? Wasn't he in class? Like, so Mandalorian just walked into the class and was like, hey, I'm sorry guys, like I know you guys are in the middle of class, but hey, sorry, I gotta take the baby, I gotta go, bye. But the thing that makes the least amount of sense out of that is the fact that the Razor Crest got fixed that fast. Like, that thing was a piece of garbage. It had moss pieces, like panels falling apart. Like, there's no way those two motherfuckers, one of them who's secretly an Imperial spy and plays a tracking beam inside the Razor Crest. You're trying to tell me two of those guys like perfectly fixed the Razor Crest and made it all shiny and nice in the time it took them to like fight off a squad of Imperials and do a whole chase sequence? I don't know about that one, Chief. But hey, who cares? It was cool. Like, it was really cool to see him actually like he can pull off really cool maneuvers with the Razor Crest. It's just they make it more realistic in the sense of like he's just not perfect. Like, he doesn't, he's not Anakin, the best star pilot in the galaxy. But overall, I actually really liked that episode. The quality of that episode was up there. But if you guys liked my reaction and review, make sure you guys subscribe. Like I said before in the beginning of the video, you know what the consequence is gonna be if you don't subscribe by next week. Okay. All right. I don't need to repeat myself. Subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notified every time I release a new vid. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, where I stream every once in a while. I started a Discord, so if you guys are interested in checking that out, go right ahead. Still pretty new with Discord, so like I'm not gonna be doing anything super fancy on there until I'm able to. Until at the very least a small group of people kind of conglomerate within my Discord. But go ahead and check that out. And make sure you check out some of my other videos too, because compared to my episode 3 reaction, the views on all my other vids like don't even come close. Not even close. Like my episode 3 video literally has about almost a third of my total views from like the last 20-25 videos I put out in the last couple months. Not couple months, but like 4 to 5-ish months. But yeah, I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments how you guys felt about the episode, what do you guys think about the experiments on the child? Like, what are your theories? What do you think is gonna happen in the next episode? Like, do you think Moff Gideon's gonna show up and like right away in the episode? Do you think they're gonna play it out? Just give me your guys' thoughts, and I'll see you on the next Mandalorian episode.